Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about how to get over a bad boyfriend, how to get over a bad relationship, how to get over and move on when you had your heart broken and when specifically when you're in a relationship with someone who was potentially abusive, someone who was narcissistic, someone who really hurt you, because those kind of relationships can form very, very unhealthy attachments, right? And those kind of attachments can feel like very special bonds, right? And like form an illusion in your mind that you have this very special bond with this person. It can be just a trauma bond. But this can really mess with you, especially when you're really, really young. I went through something like that when I was much younger, and I want to talk to you about this because I had some very, very important insights about this that actually helped me. So let's talk about this. Listen, so first of all, if you're going through something like this right now, I'm really, really sorry. My heart is with you. It's not easy at all, but I promise that you will be better, okay? You will recover from this and you will be doing even better than before. I can promise you that. Now, let's talk about how we're gonna make that happen. Your emotions can be really heightened right now and like they can just generally be all over the place. And I feel like there's generally so much unhelpful, very unhealthy advice out there when it comes to breakups, and not just for guys, for like girls as well. And like all the talks about how you should be going out and how you should be, you might feel tempted to like get revenge on this person. You might want to get into another relationship quickly in order to get over that, because people still have those kind of beliefs, and that is not going to be very helpful, because everything you bottle in, which is exactly what you would be doing in that case, is going to come back to bite you later, okay? And you do not want that to happen. This is going to slow down the process of your recovery. It's actually not going to help you recover in any way at all, like literally in any way at all. Another thing is that if you do accidentally get into a relationship with a really good person afterwards, that person is going to be hurt by your behaviors and actions, because you are not working towards any kind of healing. You are just focused on revenge, and you're focused on getting over as quickly as possible. You cannot tell your body how quickly or how slowly it should process things and recover from things. This is unfortunately like not your job. What you can do is you can accelerate that process through certain actions, or you can just completely ignore your body's signal and like bury yourself in work, for example. So listen, the very first advice that I'm going to give you is that you should cry all of your tears out, and you should get all of your feelings and emotions processed, okay? You need to get all of that pain out. This process is not linear, so please don't expect to be completely recovered within a day or two. If you feel like, if you've been crying for the whole day, for example, like it can catch you up like in a week or so. But I want you to respect that, okay? Just like with any other emotion, it's very, very important to acknowledge that. And the pain, any kind of grief is very, very important to acknowledge and to give space to, in order to kind of expel it, so to say, to process it in a healthy way, of course, because that's what we're doing here. So I want you to get it all out of your system. Take a day off if at all possible. If not, just give yourself time and space to just grieve, okay? That's extremely, extremely important. No matter how much you were hurt, it's extremely important. Now, when it comes to unhelpful advice, I feel like I definitely was stuck in that kind of mentality for a long time. But you might hear that from other people also, is that person lost someone they love, and you just lost someone who didn't appreciate you, basically. So they are the ones, that person is the one who actually lost something valuable, right? You, that is, and you didn't. That's actually extremely unhelpful, because you are focusing on that person a lot, okay? You are focusing on that person a little bit too much. You're giving them way too much power over you, actually. Because by having such mentality, you are automatic, even if you're not like realizing that, but you might be subconsciously, right? Expecting that person to text you back, expecting that person to come back into your life and to realize suddenly how much they messed up and how much they didn't appreciate you, how much they actually love you and how much they want a second chance or whatever else. And the thing is that those texts, that person coming back can happen. It does happen, right? But it's extremely important you do not mistake it for real love, that you do not think that it is what you want it to be or what you might want it to be, okay? Because that is not the case. Please, again, we are talking about here recovering from a relationship that is not healthy, okay? Where you were treated poorly, right? When you were not given the love and respect that you deserve. So it's very important to understand here that someone who loves you and respects you will not treat you poorly, even if they are not attracted to you. Okay? Let me say that once again, because I feel like that's the case with some men. Some men treat you well only if they're attracted to you, which is also why and how some women can get into friendships with men like that, because they assume these men are just good people, but in fact those men are just attracted to you. Yeah. That's a whole other topic, but it is what it is, okay? So someone who actually loves you will not treat you poorly, all right? And if that is something that already happened, please do not expect that person to have a sudden realization and then after that they will magically change their behavior and their ways and they will start treating you really well. Like be so for real. I'm just asking you to be smart here for a second, okay? That's just not gonna happen. If that person comes back, if that person texts back, if that person apologizes and promises you whatever, it's because that person lost something that was convenient, okay? People who love you would not treat you poorly. People who actually love you do not want to lose you, all right? And they will not treat you really poorly and they will not hurt you, all right? They will not make you feel horrible about yourself. It's actually extremely important that you understand that, because I feel like a lot of the times, especially for like really young girls, that is not obvious at all. Or like that's at least very, very easy to overlook. You can just not think that that is important, that that person will immediately like change the second they realize. They're not going to realize anything, especially if you actually take the bait and give that person a second chance. Like that might actually be one of the worst things that you do. Again, that happened to me, so I can talk to you about this. Like, I gave a second chance to a person who was hurtful, and not even so much hurtful, but like just didn't appreciate me really. Didn't hurt me all that much, but just didn't appreciate me, didn't value me, didn't think that I was an important person. I was just there, and that was convenient. And unfortunately, that is the truth. Another thing that is extremely important for you to understand, coming back once again to the point where I said that, you feel like you didn't actually lose anyone because you were the person who loved and you were the person who respected, right? That other person is the one with a real loss because you are the loss, right? I hate to break it to you, but I have to do this because this will help you ultimately. This is gonna hurt. I'm sorry. That person most likely is relieved. That person does not feel lost. That person does not feel like they lost something because they wouldn't have behaved the way that they did otherwise, okay? That person is most likely relieved. Yes. It honestly, a lot of the times it has to do with those men, like with those like young guys and such, right? Who behave poorly with you, who like push your boundaries, but they do not break up with you. They do not end the relationship, but they just see how much you can take. They treat you poorly and you are staying there. They, again, treat you poorly, disrespectfully, in order, a lot of the times, to just make you leave so they don't have to do it themselves, all right? This is a more or less a specific case, but it's one of the case scenarios basically, right? And this could be yours. I don't know, of course, but this could be the case. If that is the case, that person does not miss you, okay? Otherwise, they would not be pushing you. They would not be doing all those things with you. They would not be treating you like this. They would not be ignoring you, for example, or something like that, which was happening to me, for example, in that specific case. That person was ignoring me for a long time, not responding to me, and then making up some weird excuses for why they were not responding to me. Like when you love someone, when you respect them and treat them well, you do respond to their messages, right? You don't pretend like you didn't see it, especially when you have your phone with you at all times, which we all do. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, please do not be delusional about this, because that's going to hurt you even more. You're going to feed yourself delusional fantasies that person will realize something suddenly and they will come back to you, and maybe you will give them a second chance and then everything will be amazing. It will not be amazing. This is not how things go. Please, it's extremely important for you to understand. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you will recover from this, okay? The easier it will be to actually get back on your feet. And when you realize that that person is probably just feeling relief, okay? That you're out of their life, that you are not there anymore, and they do not have to deal with you anymore. That hurts, but that lets you to shift your focus back to yourself and to your own life, and start working on that and start rebuilding yourself and your life, okay? This is your major cue to focus on yourself, to focus on your work, your studies, your friends, your family, whatever it is. But you have got to start rebuilding your life and focus on yourself without any kind of expectation and without any kind of delusional fantasy, okay? Your focus should be solely on your life and on the people around you who actually love and appreciate you, okay? That person texting you back, coming back into your life, apologizing, whatever else, does not mean that that person changed, okay? It doesn't actually mean anything. Sometimes they just miss you. Sometimes they just miss what you brought into the relationship, and they just want the comfort of that back. Please do not take the bait. I'm begging you. Please do not do that. You cannot heal in a place that broke you. I'm sure you've heard that before, because that is the truth, okay? I'm just asking you to not be stupid and to not be delusional in a place that can very much harm you. I'm sorry if I was harsh, but it was really important for me to get this message out there. I'm once again really sorry for what you're going through, and I just hope that you can find the strength to redirect your energy on yourself, okay? And to focus on rebuilding your own life and building your own life, all right? I believe in you. You're going to be okay. You're going to be better than okay, actually. But before you do all these things, back to the very first point, you have to cry it out. You have to process all of that out. I will leave the helpful links to some of my videos down below. Please check them out. They're going to be very helpful for you if that's what you're going through right now. Or honestly, you don't have to be going through anything. This is just something very, very important for you to understand, regardless of your age, in order to just free yourself of stupid, delusional ideations and fantasies, okay? Like those kind of shitty people, they don't really appreciate people who love them and cherish them and stuff like that. Like, this is also not your job. Your job is not to be anyone's dream woman to begin with. So please do not, once again, feed yourself delusional fantasies. Anyways, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I really hope that I helped you in any way, shape, or form. Please like this video. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. If you have any other helpful tips or any thoughts, please let me know in the comments. If you have any topic suggestions, please let me know in the comments also. And please subscribe to my channel. It's extremely supportive, and I would really appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so very much. I will see you in the next one.